Hi everyone, it's Kasia from Tarot Map, and today's prompt is to show you our working decks for 2017. And my main goal for 2017 is to work with Tough System, so I want to work of course with the Tough deck, which is beautiful. The more I kind of sit and work with it, the more I appreciate the artwork and see how progressive it was. And then the other deck which I want to work with for this system would be Tabula Mundi Colores Arcus. Also maybe the Guild Tarot, it's Tough based as well. And then if you watch my channel, there will be no surprise that I will be still learning more and discovering more about Marseille decks because I love them. This is Jeanne Dodal and I do work with Marseille decks every day. Wouldn't go far without Tarot of the She. Also love this deck. It's a very personal deck. I don't really use it for clients, just for myself. The Wild Unknown. This is the trimmed version. I also love and am using a lot an all-rounder deck, the Pagan Otherworlds deck with the extra cards. Such a beautiful deck. The artwork is just stunning. So that's Pagan Otherworlds. If you watch my channel, you'll know that I wouldn't go far without the Tarot Transformation. So Tarot Transformation, it's always, I use it nearly every day for myself. And the two decks of Ellen Lorenzi Prince. The Dark Goddess Tarot, love it, my soul deck. And also Tarot of the Crown, the really witchy, beautiful tarot deck. Quite of a statement when you do readings with this deck. And then just to make it a little bit more interesting, I have received recently a Phantasmagorical Theatre Tarot from a swap, and I was surprised how cool this deck is. And actually the little booklet to it, it's so well done. I just had a sip of coffee. Take a look. It's a bit like, it's Rider-Waite-Smith based, but it's a bit crazy. The cards actually really quite big. I was surprised, but they feel good. And they have nice heaviness to them. I love this deck. I didn't expect to like it so much, but the booklet explains all the characters and so like funky and funny, and I love the colors actually, and the font that was picked. Like even the High Priestess, you could just see she's just like in between two worlds, the material one and the spirit world. So I don't know if you knew this deck, but it's out there with my indie decks like Saki Saki Tarot or Kitty Kahane or Holy Simple Tarot. All these decks have some kind of quirkiness about them, and I really like it. If you want me to do a full flip through for you, just please ask. And then another deck which I got in a swap is the Circle Tarot, and I really love this deck. I read with it since I got it every day for myself. And I think in 2017, next to Tough System, I also like to further develop my intuition, and this deck reads like butter for me. I don't know, just I can read it and I can get out of the seemingly kind of simple pictures quite a lot of insight and information. So Circle Tarot is really just something special, and I love this deck. And the color palette, it's just so beautiful. I use it in Magical Manifestation, in my full moon ritual yesterday. It can be used for anything really. So Circle Tarot definitely will be used in 2017. And then I have received also from a swap the Starchild Tarot, and it's a beautiful deck, so I would like to use it in 2017 and get to know it better. It's a little bit on the, for me, for example, there's another deck which I definitely want to use and it is the Margaret Peterson Tarot. So these would be like two kind of spiritual decks, and to me, to be honest, Margaret Peterson Tarot is, as I always say, top shelf spirituality. The Starchild Tarot feels great, and I know that it can go deep and high and so on, but I love the earthiness and the mixture of all the elements in the Margaret Peterson, so kind of this one is closer to my heart, and I can find myself better in it. But Starchild Tarot is also beautiful and takes you to interesting places, so I'm going to explore this too as my own kind of spiritual trip. But the Starchild just feel a little bit more new agey and a little bit more kind of hipstery, whereas Margaret Peterson just more Buddhist and more kind of serious spirituality. Sorry, I don't want to sound like I'm judging spirituality here. It's not my intention at all. It's just the personal, probably, preference. And I do find myself being drawn more to those shamanic mix of all the elements, whereas the Starchild Tarot seems very very high, you know, high up, like as if it kind of takes you always higher. So even the crystals, which is the earth element in this deck, are a little, you know, they kind of not grounding for me. Everything about this deck is like high frequency, and low frequency is not worse than high frequency, just to be clear. Low frequency, we all need low frequency to be on earth, and it's low frequency is as spiritual as high frequency. If you're only in high frequency, that's not very good for your spiritual evolution as well. So I love the mixture, but this deck maybe, you know, will provide it for me. I just am not familiar with it so much just yet. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. I think I would probably prefer the first edition better, because as much as I like pink, I'm kind of, the pink haze on each of the cards is a bit too much for me. But I'm waiting for the borderless edition, the small version. My husband got it for me as a gift, so we'll see how it's going to be. And I also I'm waiting for two decks which I think will be used a lot in 2017 as well. Two from swaps. One is the Femme Erotique. I can't remember the proper name of it, but it's the, you know, the brown kind of vintage female erotica tarot deck, and the other is Victoria Regina Tarot, which I scored in a swap for my blue box Rider-Waite-Smith. So let's see how this one goes. I think it's cool, and it's a black and white deck, and I start to like black and white decks these days. Okay, so these are my tarot decks. Thanks.